Well, hello, hello, hello. Hello, nobody there. Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna stop doing this Zoom or do something else. Who's that? Let me find Ryan. It is 7 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's really going on in the world today. Good to see all of you today. Good to see you with the uh, Facebook. Let's see if Facebook doing it live. Let's see. Looks like it is. So far, so good. It says click to expand. I'm not sure, but that's okay. Let's see. YouTube. Good to see you, YouTube. How are you, YouTube viewers? Wow, some of you really clicked on there. I love it. I so love it. YouTube, you are really a wonderful piece of work. Awesome. But also Facebook, I feel sorry for you. For some reason, it just doesn't stick on Facebook, which is, I guess, fine with me. Also, there, I guess, is a way we can put it over. I don't know. My tech guy should have put it over last week, but we'll take it from there. Anything here's the most beautiful thing right now I want to tell you is this. What you want to begin to realize of building your business credit. It's going to be one of the most powerful things that you can do for this particular year. Because this time next year, the game's going to change a little bit. So you want to begin to realize that it is not going to be the same, not the same as you know it to be, but it will be a little different. So you want to begin to understand is that how it's going to go is just a little different compared to how it has been. So what we want to let you know is that here at Corporate Credit Blueprints, we bring everything to you. And one of the most beautiful things that we do bring to you is we'll always tell you the truth. And also, not only just, we'll just be straight with you because we don't want you to always guess what's going on. That's one of the crazy things about other things they tell you. There's some people out there that say a few things and they just try to hook you in. No, I'm going to tell you straight up so you don't have to be hooked in. One of the most beautiful things I can tell you is that you are awesome people here in YouTube. Those, wow, there's quite a few people on YouTube today. All right. Well, hello. Nice to see all of you. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and do a few things here. We'll go ahead and take some of those things and make things happen for you guys today. It's going to be very interesting today. And the reason being is because guess what? Everything is live. Everything is really live. Hello, my dear. What you doing? Okay, I just want to say I adore you before I get started. I'll call you when I get done. I love you. So with that said, we want to really let you guys know, and here's this. One thing about business credit is this. A lot of people are looking for a microwavable business. And I use that a lot because if you really think about it, like people want microwave religion. People want microwave this, microwave that. This is one thing, if you really want to build some strength in your business, building it from the ground, when I say from the ground up, does not always mean from ground zero. Some of you have the funds available to go ahead and do your business and work on it And the thing is that some of you are really, how can I put it? It's lack of the experience of understanding the business and business arena, to where a lot of you collapse a conversation about personal credit into the business credit, and those two don't, you cannot collapse it. You collapse them together and it really throws you off. I just want to let you know is this: at Corporate Credit Blueprints, it's really what it says. It's the blueprint. Everyone has a blueprint to the building the business credit. What's different about us? Well, first of all, what's different about us is this, is that we are in the business of coaching you and getting you where you want to go. So with that said, also I want to go ahead and let you know is that one of the things you're going to learn is that there's no myths about corporate credit. Corporate business credit and corporate credit are very distinct away from personal credit. And one thing to explain to you out there about business credit, what you think business credit is not it. What you think it is, unless you've been doing it for at least over 30 years, you're going to have a little taste for it, which means you'll understand it. Some of you consider yourself experts and haven't been in the business more than 5 years and trying to go ahead and coach other people. Can you get them out of a storm? Are you able to go ahead and have them protect themselves before the storm shows up? Are you able to give them any kind of creativity and creative ideas? Now, when I say creative ideas, that do not require them to put their, in other words, it's set up, even if they lose, they win. Again, even if they lose, they win. Do they really understand that debt follows tax ID? That debt follows tax ID. Do they really understand that? Do they really know? Are they really, really, really sure that if the COVID came at them again, this time they can stand right up to it and not have to worry about anything? So all I want to do is let you know is this. At Corporate Credit Blueprints, what we do here is that we make sure not only do we build your business credit with you. Now, some of you, we're going to build it for you, but that's a whole nother program you pay for, because we do the work and you don't, and you stay out of it. So this way we know we'll get it done. Now, there's a couple of steps you need to be in, but other than that, the 98% of it, you won't be. So that's one thing, difference between us. When we take over, but you're going to be in some of the process, but you're not going to have any of the say-so what happens. So one thing we want to let you know is this, is that building your business credit is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. It's one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. It's the most powerful thing you can do for yourself. It's the most powerful thing you can do for yourself. That is the most beautiful thing that you can do, and have someone coach you along the road. Now, whether it be me or someone else, at the point, it doesn't matter. What matters is, do you want experience where people say, I don't know, or you want experience where someone says, okay, I've been down that road, not like know-it-all. Now, I'm not saying know-it-all, but having been down the road that if you go down it, or I can see you going down it, we tell you, whoa, hold up a minute. One thing you want to begin to understand is that we're here to coach you to win, not to lose. We're here to coach you to keep you in a position, even if you wait a few days for a few things, because sometimes waiting is the best thing to do. Sit, wait, look, listen, then formulate, then take the action. See, people say knowledge is power. Well, knowledge is not power. All knowledge is knowledge. Knowledge without action is nothing. How many people do you know that have some great education? Now, when I say great education, I didn't say knowledge. I said great education. The only knowledge they have is what they memorize to memorize the answer. But what about the experience that goes with the knowledge that will enhance what you have. See, over here at Corporate Credit Blueprints, all of us have one way or another and sometimes eaten it. We've bit the dust, filed BK, lost businesses, been ripped off. People sell us, the Taj Mahal, and it turned out to be the Taj No Mahal, okay? Also, another thing is that we've been through the gamut. I started in 1985. I've been through it. I've been up, down, and all around. I've been beat up, spit on, and booed off stage, as Eminem would say. All I want to let you know is that we're not afraid of what the world brings because we're the head and not the tail. When you work for someone that you count on the money from them, then you become the tail. You become in bondage. You become a slave. You now are on a modern day plantation. A lot of you don't know history. You haven't studied history. You don't get. Boy, that's another thing. I'm not a literature major, okay? One thing that you haven't done is that you never had civics. Civics tells you a lot about civics tells you what happened in the world itself versus what the government or the school wants you to learn. All right? See, a lot of you, when I say a lot of you means everybody, 322 million in the United States, okay? You've got to study. I know a lot of you don't want to study. I know a lot of you have some of these get-rich programs that you either got into, you got burnt. I know some of you get into these big home businesses where they promise you this and promise you that, and they keep building this and building that. Well, I got one more thing to do, and they don't do it. You got people that tell you build their business, and then you try to build it for them, but they don't even want to pay for what they have to get, and they owe you money because you paid out to build the score. That's what I say. We've been burnt before. We understand. I mean, do you want a coach that's not going to understand what you're mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually, and financially going through? Some of those people don't really care about you. Why? You're a dollar sign. To me, you're a human being that has a dream like I have, and I know where the money is OPM. It's in other people's money. Businesses are willing to give you money to build a score to get hundreds and millions of dollars, even billions if you do it correctly. But a lot of people don't have the belief, and it's not the belief in me. I know that. It's a belief in themselves. When someone says, come on, it sounds too real, that's not me. See, my mind's been, now when I say my mind's been stretched, but it's still continuing to be stretched. Why? Because if I don't keep stretching, I'm dying. So like I said, I've said it, I think last week or 4 days ago, I think it was. I said, hey, when I turn 150, that's when I'm going to go ahead and kick the bucket after I blow out my 150 candles. Now, a lot of you say, oh, you're not going to live that long. How do we know? The way things are shifting and changing, they just might have it to where I can. Why not? I have a lot to offer. I know that. And if I go before then the good Lord says it's time to go. That's it. Like I said, I'm in no hurry. I know either way, 150 years is nothing compared to infinity, so it's okay. So one thing I want to share with you folks is that if you're looking for someone who's going to make you laugh, it's not me. If you look for someone who's going to entertain you, it's not me. If you're looking for someone that's going to go ahead and blow sunshine up your butt, it's not me. I'm not going to do that. Why? It's not worth it. Either we're going to do this or we're not going to do this. If you're not going to do this, see you later. Why? Because the ones that actually want to do something make a move. And those are the ones that are such a delight to work with. Even a brand new person is hungry. Okay, slow down a little bit. Do this first and do this, and then we'll get you there. We have some people that even signed up, and they disappear. I don't get it. They pay a very good price, but they disappear and don't even want to pay what they need to pay to get their scores. In fact, tonight I'm going to go over some things with you. Break out your pen, pad, of paper, because I'm going to give you some places where you can go apply for your business credit. Some will say yes and some will say no. But here's the thing. They don't report. What? What do you mean they don't report? Yeah, they don't report. They don't report where? They don't report to any credit bureaus. Nada, nowhere. They only report, guess where? They only report, guess where? They only report when you don't pay them. They don't report when you pay good, but they report when you pay bad. You might say to yourself, why are you going to give me those? Well, if you stick to the end, you're going to know why. Because they're very valuable if you know what to do with them and how to utilize them. So, what I want to say is this. Most of you are in a great place because last year this time, now it started getting a little crazy and wacky. And by the end of the month, my God, people were calling me left and right saying, hey, what's going on? And most of them don't know that it is Wednesday, that most of them don't know how to use the game and use the system to have it work for them. This is what I mean. This is where the experience comes in. Just to kind of let you guys know why I'm distracted. My tech guy says there's some technical stuff for Facebook, and he's working on it. So that's what's kind of going on. Just to give you a little idea what goes on as well. So what we do is we really take you, and the thing is that, like I told you, we do everything live. I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm not going to polish anything up. Now, I have talking to a few companies, and there's some things we're probably going to be doing, and I'm probably going to end up losing this thing. All right, taking it off, but that's okay. So I just want to say to you that, hey, folks, you guys are really awesome. But here's the thing. If you really want to go ahead and go somewhere, this is where one thing you want to begin to understand. You want someone that's a rookie? Put any rookie against this, they won't even know. They don't even know how to go ahead and daisy chain your credit without you personal guaranteeing again. They have no idea. They're more about, okay, great, I have 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people, I'm looking good. I don't care about how looking good. I know I look good. Doesn't matter if you don't think so, I know so. That's all I care. God and me, end of story. That's all I need to know. And I do what I do. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. That's it. How simple it is. Some of you just look forward to, someone to, you pay people to entertain you. How is it you're willing to pay someone to entertain you, but yet at the same time, guess what? They don't have any depth. Just like a credit report. You have this one guy, Mike, first time I ever mentioned the name. I like the guy. And if you Google, no, I won't go that part. But the thing is, he's awesome. But there's some things I know before that happened. But you know what? It's all good. As long as he doesn't do what once happened before, that's all right. Hey, Mr. Tech Man, how you doing? So one of the things I just want to say to you folks, if you want some depth and seasoning that doesn't shake in the wind when the wind's blowing at $140,000 miles an hour. I know I'm exaggerating, but the thing is guess what? You won't see us bend. We'll bend with the wind and come back up. Just like last year this time, people began to start boohooing. Some were cocky. Now I'm going to tell you, some people were cocky. Hey, I don't care. I'm making, $380,000 a month. I'm going to be okay. Then all of a sudden, they didn't prepare financially. When I say financially, it's not about saving money. When you save money, you don't even really want to use it in a time of the storm. You want to use credit, but not your personal credit. The personal credit is your last line of defense for your family and yourself. Business credit. I keep saying this, and this is where now the preacher gonna come out. Hallelujah. Let me tell you why. Because if your bills are $380,000 a month, you must have at least 3 times that amount in business credit. You heard me right. Do you think Amazon only has $200,000 in business credit? Do you think they only have $1 million in business cash line credits? Do you think 5 million? Please wake up, folks. And maybe this is the reason why some people don't really sign up. I'm just straight, wake up, slap yourself cold, throw cold water on you. That's not what it's all about. It's about building your business credit, fixing your personal credit. So when you get out there in the game and decide to attack, which means the economic system shifts. Look at right now. Look at the gas, you guys. Look at the gas prices. If you do not know the buffoons that voted for somebody, they're buffoons. See, you think, oh, now the people that don't have a chance are the ones that don't have business credit. You may say, why? I still pay the same price. Look at the diesel trucks. That's another thing. The diesel truck drivers, look at them. They're going to even pay the price. Because now, before, instead of paying $2,000, it's going to cost them more than $2,000 to fill the tanks up. Especially if they have dual tanks. Folks, here's what you want to begin to understand is this. At Corporate Credit Blueprints, we don't just talk. See, again, I'm going to say, we mean what we say, and we say what we mean. Just because things don't happen in your time frame does not mean they're not working. It's like this. You don't rush the potter, because we're molding the clay to make sure what we said you're going to get, you will get. Some people run ahead and try to do stuff, and it messes it up. Some people go ahead and pay, and they don't want to go pay now for the service. For instance, if you have to go, if you need, and this is how I have to. What I mean have to, if you want to score, you're going to need to invest in your business to get a score. You could go to CEO Creative. That's $69 up front. All right. If you went to Uline or Quell or Granger or some other place, you're going to need to pay $65 to $75 for some products you're not even going to use. Or better yet, you could buy some more paper and load it up in your garage, and you can have an eBay sale on copy paper. I mean, what I am attempting to convey to you is that the power that you have, or the power you give away, is due to the lack of the knowledge that you have without having the right design, so you can actually focus it and shoot it out a window to where now you can hit the target you're looking for. But some people really pay, and they don't do that. There's some gentleman out there has his business for 17 years. 17 years, and he does not want to get the. In fact, it's easier to build your score with gas cards. No, I have enough gas card. Well, I don't want to pay this because I really don't need it. You're not going to get a score. He's not coachable because he's so cocky, because I do this. He's doing the real estate, making the money, so he's not really worried about it. Here's one thing that will happen. It always happens. I've seen it too many times. Like I said, I've been around since 1985. I've seen a lot of these people like that. And he's not a bad guy. I like the guy. That's the problem. I think he's smart in one area, but in an area he's weak. Like me, I have areas I know I'm weak in. I won't dare touch there. I would take a coach with me and have him and mentor me around there. All right. So one of the things you want to begin to, for yourself in your world, is to begin to grasp the concept. Who do you really want? Someone that's seasoned, that's not going to bail on you, that has the foundation, the footing, and has depth. And we mean what we say. We say what we mean here at Corporate Credit Blueprints. And on top of that, we're not concerned about entertaining you. We're not concerned about making you laugh. I mean, maybe we might crack a joke. I don't know. But the thing is, sometimes I'm very stoic in the way I deliver, because of the fact is the information I'm giving you is more powerful than the knowledge that you have for the moment. Which means this: All of us have a toolbox of something that we're good at. But the thing is, you can always add one more item to the toolbox, because that's the item that can make a difference for you in your business career life. Business credit will advance you in life and your dream. Yes, you must build it. Yes, it can take slow. Yes, it could go fast. Fast means if you happen to have the money to invest in a higher product that will get you. Now, here's another thing. What's a primary trade line in the business world? See, here's one thing that we do. We're able to go ahead and get the primary trade lines that we actually purchase that are already paid off, that have history, and we're able to move them into a place from one tax ID to another, and the lender still reports now on that new tax ID. And then we have someone that comes on, a client that wants a primary that's been processed, that's paid, that's theirs, because the paperwork that we do gets in and gets filed and everything else properly done. So now it becomes their trade line, their primary trade line that reports on them straight and up and narrow, because they pay for the trade line of what happens. It's that simple. All right. One of the things is this. People don't realize is that there's certain trade lines you use for business and not for business. There's certain trade lines you use for building personal credit that you use. There was a lady today that's she's in Texas somewhere, and she said that, you know what, you don't use those things. Why? Because she doesn't know how. I said, I've been around way too long to know what to use, and I've here's everything that we teach you, is that we've done it, we've ate it. I'm going to tell you, we've eaten it, and so that's why we know it works, because we've done it and we fail out. We can't use these ones. No, no, no. Oh God. Hey, have a company that has $42 million worth of corporate credit get shut down because you put the wrong thing on it. Hello? Italia's goofy. We've been there, done that t-shirt deal, and we're still growing. And we're not saying we know it all, but I'm going to tell you this. We have a foundation that's depth, that has deep. We don't panic when the storm comes, because here's the thing. I mentioned the gas. A lot of you probably trying to get by now. It's almost $3. All right. Now, California, I don't know. I think someone said this. I heard, this is just what I heard. Did not read it. Did not see it. All rumor. Okay. So I'm going to just let you know, this is a rumor. I heard it's at least close to $4 for them. So let's just say that's temporarily true. You got to go through the whole country. Well, think about this for a moment, folks. If it goes to $3 and you're at $10 an hour, you work how many hours to fill up your tank? And so if you have a 20-gallon tank, I'm gonna use the big tank, just a 20-gallon, not no smart car, whatever it is. All right. You have a 20-gallon tank and it's $3 a gallon. How much is that going to cost you to fill it up? It's real simple. It's going to cost you $60. Okay, so you make $60. It's going to cost you $60 to fill your tank. And I didn't say it's going to last for a week, especially if you drive around. All right, and if you have kids, you got to take to school and pick up. So you got $60. So, and you're making $10. That's $80 in a day. 8 hours a day is $80. It's going to cost you $60. That other 20 is left over is the taxes probably you're going to pay on the money. You just ate it. And if you're going to fill up twice a week, that's 2 days of pay that you lose. Then you only got 4 days left. Excuse me. I gave you an extra day in there. You only have 3 days left. 3 days left. At $80 a day, I don't know. We minus 20 off that for taxes. I'm just going at a 30% ratio. Might be a little high, but okay. That leaves you $60 times 3. 3 times 60 is 180. How in the world are you ever going to go ahead and make it on that? When you work for the modern day plantation, You get a paycheck and everything else like that. If you guys want to know what the gas prices are, you can go to gasbuddy.com. Gasbuddy.com. You can go there and see what it is. Right now, just so you know, gasbuddy.com is 305, 310, 320, 320, 325, 323, 329, 330, 329. That's kind of like all over California, and there's one at 299. Okay, all right. So that's pretty much what it is for that. So that's just to kind of give you an idea, again, what prices are. So $3 a gallon, folks. Now, you wonder, why would I bring this up? This is getting boring. Is it really? It's getting boring because of the fact that you want to hear the information to go ahead and win with. That's why. This is stuff that people don't tell you the truth. They want to give you, hey, go for credit. And yes, it is exciting, but here's the deal. Corporate credit blueprints, here's we give you what you don't want to hear, because we want you to know what you're up against. What you're up against is for 4 years, you're going to end up going through this. It's a lot of horrible things are going to come. It's coming down the pike. If you do not have your corporation set up by the end of this year, next year the game's going to be changed already. It really is. Now it's the same price of gas, but now you're using a corporate card. And someone always, here's another thing. People talk about interest rate. Man, blow that interest rate out of your head. I get it. It's not, you can say, well, it's not smart business to go ahead and use 20% interest on money. Well, it's not smart business spending money on. Here's the thing. If you're going to get 10 times your money back when you're building your business credit, then the 20% is not bad. Why? Because here's the deal. You make $100,000. No, back up. You make $100,000 in a year. Let's just use a year. And you write off $90,000 of that, which includes your gas, which includes the interest. Now you're left with $10,000 you're going to pay taxes on. So with that, I'm using 30% again. I know it's not 30% in corporate stuff. I know that. I'm using the highest rate so you can figure it out. So 30% of $10,000 is what? $3,000. I would pay $3,000 all day long for $90,000. Some of you are so weak-minded you can't even figure that one out. Folks, I promise you, and weak-minded is something you're in a box in the personal side. This is where you collapse. Well, it's 20%. Great, shake your hands, because guess what? You get to write it off and your neighbor doesn't. You get to buy gas for your car if you do it appropriately. We're not here to be your attorney either. We're not here to be your financial advisor. We're not here to go ahead and be your CPA. Everything we're telling you, we do from experience and what we've done already. Our taxes are all right for this year have already been filed, and the beautiful thing, right off the top, off the top, off the top, off the top, off the top. Medical expenses off the top. Medical every month off the top. All right, dental off the top. All right, you can get your health insurance through the business. And here's another thing, folks. Tonight I'm gonna be a little nasty. Why? Because you know what? And the nasty is not mean. Mean is like when you're just really being mean and you're pouring alcohol in the sore, in the cut, and salt. Okay. But nasty means I'm just going to kind of give you like really straight, and it's going to be blunt. And a lot of millennials can't take it. Because I've had replies. Hey, you're a little rough there. You know what? You don't like rough? Then I'll tell you where else to go. Go to businesscredit.com, I think it is. Go to, Lawrence Olivier. His name's something like that. I mean, go to those guys. In fact, some of those, not the names I mentioned, but some people, they'll lure you in. They lure you and say, hey, come and get to, unsecured credit for this and that. But guess what? Unsecured credit, what does that mean? See, you got to understand, if you don't understand language, if you don't linguistically do not understand language, what things mean when they put them down, get yourself, well, in fact, you can Google it, okay? you, can, you can Google it now. But the thing is that linguistically, when they say unsecured, it leaves you to believe that it's not a PG account. And then they say, well, it's on you to go ahead and read it. No, it's the marketing art of, it's called the art, what do you call it? Color, it's a color of art of words is what it is. It's a color of words. And the thing is that it's just like the color of law. It's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. That's why they told you ignorance of the law is no excuse, because the color of law and also the color of authority is all what it's meant to mean for them inside their language. So same thing in a business language, the same thing. So I don't let my clients go this. Some of my clients don't understand. I said, no, I'm not gonna let you do this, because don't do anything. Just sit and wait. Sit and wait. I know the game. Sit and wait. Because the thing is, what they're looking for is that you to be hungry so they can give you less. They know if you don't call them, wait, you're not calling, why not? Because when you don't call them, you're telling them you don't need the money. You don't want the money. And then when they call you back, hey, well, we haven't heard from you. Well, I'm waiting for you because you said you're going to call me back. And now when they call you, you have them in the position you want them in. It's just all strategy. And that's the strategy they use. They hook you in. Now they hook you in. If you don't have good credit, they're going to, nothing wrong with that. If you don't have good credit, cool, still come to us. We don't care. But they only care because they want to use the good credit people to get the programs up front, because they're affiliate with other lenders, and they get a piece of the back end of a cash credit line. I do not have an affiliate with any of those lenders that way. I have a business relationship with them, but I don't have an affiliate. They've even asked, hey, why don't you become affiliate? I said, no, because then even if I don't have a mental interest in it, people still think, well, you just kind of push me over there because you have an interest. Now I can say straight up, straight out, no, I don't. Why? Because that's the most powerful place I can stand and tell you no. And if you don't want to believe it, it's not my loss. I'll just go on to the next. Because here's the thing. I'm not here to convince you. You have to convince yourself. I have nothing to do with how you think. And personally, I'm glad I don't have to worry how you think, because I have enough to deal with my own. So I just want to say, you want to begin to understand that everyone at corporate, we're not here to go ahead and fool you. We're not here to pull wool over your eyes. If you think so, call us and we'll go ahead and send you someplace else that I guarantee you they will pull the wool over your eye. I'm telling you, you don't have to have good credit. I'm telling you, you do need good credit. I'm telling you, you have good credit. We'll show you how to use it to enhance your area quicker with the number. To get a bigger credit line numbers, so you can get a DUNS number. And when you get a DUNS number, you have a better line versus if you're smaller. And the thing, if you're going to have to, budget to go ahead and pay to join some things, that it's all the same, because down the road in 18 months, you both will have anywhere close to $5 to $1 million if you follow the program, if you do the work, if you decide to go ahead and he says, do it on this date, I'm going to do it on that date. If you miss one day, that's on you. See, all the results are based on you, not us. Well, I'll coach you through the storm. I'll walk in front of the storm for you. And if you're going to go ahead and drop your tools behind, hey, I'm going to keep walking. You can go ahead. Hey, I lost. I panicked. Okay, cool. Let's get back up. I'll be the best Sherpa. If you don't know what a Sherpa is someone that is your guide on the mountain that's going to get you to the top. That's exactly what we are at Corporate Credit Blueprints, is a Sherpa for you. I don't care what you have. I care where you're going and what you're going to have. Because here's the thing, you really don't have anybody usually on your side that really cares about your dream. If I don't care about your dream, what do you think is going to happen to mine? See, so hello, that's the best investment. That's the best investment. So with that said, here's someone that had a good idea about cars, the rentals. No hidden fees, no deposit, no credit checks. That's what they did. And they got the cars on straight, no personal guarantee, PG cars. Another thing is that, guess what? They even take care of all the maintenance, insurance, mileage, all that. And if you wanted to use it for Uber, you could. Here's the guy's name, Michael Smith. Google his name and you'll see what he did. Now, another thing is this. Also, a lot of you have no idea that the real estate business is just booming. We have a great course on that, and it's not even a course actually. It's actually you go do it, and we kind of do it with you. We have the contracts, you have the money, you use our money to go ahead and make yourself money. And that's it. That's just what we do. Because I've always told people, learn to become the bank, which means you become the head, not the tail. When you become the head and not the tail, you have a little more power to say so on things, and you can keep growing and growing and growing. Now, also another thing, what we do is we set up your business the right way. Whether you're running a small mom and pop, or starting an online business. Now, here's what: if you're starting an online business, man, start an online business. You guys can do some checking to make sure that they're doing something. I've seen too many. I mean, there's some big home businesses, man, that they keep stringing people on for months and months and months, and still, if you were waiting to eat, it'd be 90 days, 180 days almost into it, and you couldn't have a penny. You'd be upset because you paid whatever you paid for it. Also, some people on the online business, they want to go ahead and set up their corporation. Now, these are like the ones that are kind of like the ones that started, not the people that are actually working underneath somebody, if you want to say. They don't even want to pay to go ahead and get it because they say, well, you don't even send me a bill. You send them a bill, they complain about it. Wait a minute, you want to build a business credit, you want me to go ahead and build it, but I'm not going to build it with my money, and then you want me to pay for it? They owe me over $1,100, our company, for doing that. I told you guys we understand it because we believe people are human too, just like you. They owe us $1,100, and then even today they ask you, hey, where you at? I said, where's $1,100? You owe this. You don't even pay. Well, so, and we had to buy stuff that was virtual stuff because we couldn't have it delivered because we don't know what they want. They don't even tell us. Paper, whatever. That's the problem with people that want to say they want something, but they don't want to invest, but they rather spend this and spend their last dime doing what they're doing and hoping they make money. Now, just because they made money in the past does not mean. Here's the thing. Most people really believe because you made money once before, you cannot take the same steps you did once before. It's the mental process, yes, but sometimes the same thing will not operate in the same environment. Business credit will always, listen to what I'm saying, will always operate in the environment, whether it's raining, hot, cold, COVID, whatever. You just need to understand how to use the game. How to use the game. How to use OPM, other people's money, which means when you have a business, you're using other corporate money. Debt follows tax ID. Debt follows tax ID. A lot of you are so scared. What if I do it wrong? Who cares? As long as you didn't personal guarantee the item for more than 24 months. And if you have a place that has you get I call it a hybrid loan because it's different. It can be credit cards, it can be whatever. And they tell you that, but they tell you they don't come with checks. They do. I had a client today, got theirs done, and it came in with checks. Had someone got the SBA done, came in with they didn't come with checks, but they got the SBA done. All right, so it was the dog kennel place. So one of the things that you want to begin to understand is that we're here to make the structure we have will have you win. Even when you lose, you'll win. What if I tell you if one of your businesses went out of business, and even if your business went out of business, you would still win because that business went out of business. See, a lot of you will begin to learn the structure that the Fortune 100 or the people that complain about, well, how come they can't do that? They can't go ahead and do something with their taxes and write that what they lost off and then move it forward and then use it to go ahead and for this, that, and the other thing. Oh, please stop it already. Becky, you give me a headache when you guys talk that way. There's so much for you to understand. This is what I'm talking about. The people that are showing a lot of people out there, we have a lot to offer. We really do inside of your growth, but it's not going to be right away. I cannot fire, if I fire hose you would just say, forget it. I'm just going to go back and just try to fix my personal credit and do it there. But there's a lot of fun. But after 12 months, man, it's you're like, okay, what's next? I'm ready to run. And a lot of you won't be so frightened and nervous and scared. And the truth is, a lot of you are scared. You come in, you say, well, you're nervous, you're scared. You've been ripped off. Even the most smartest man out there, even the people that belong to the Mr. Violas, I think it is, Raul, love that guy. Awesome, you know? But a lot of guys can tell you they've been burnt. They've eaten their share, but now they realize, cool, you learn best. See, going to school's awesome. You learn how to memorize an answer and be a robot. Yes, no, yes, no. Versus here, you're going to learn to think. You're going to learn to be creative. You're going to learn how to, oh, wow, here's another way. Oh, I never saw it this way. You're going to learn how to go ahead and have more money even when you're not making money. You're going to go, what? How's that possible? Because we're going to show you as you're making money, you keep building. Here's another thing, you guys. I've been working with this company for the last couple of weeks, just coaching it, seeing what's going on. Man, they've been in business. They're not, it's not a big company. It's like $2 million company. And I laugh because they're like, well, they have credit cards, but every business credit card they have is personal guaranteed. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? And then on top of that, some of the credit cards they have, how much is on the credit line? How much left? If you have to ask that, you don't have enough you don't have enough business credit. You want to be able to go ahead and say, charge it. Do you think Amazon had to worry when they use their credit line? Do you think Walmart worries when they use their credit line? They don't say how much. They say, great, I want just the max is this. $800,000. That's it. No more. I don't want $1 million. Just spend 800. They don't worry about that because they're able to handle it. Here's the thing. The more money you have, the more you can grow. And the more you can grow, the more people you can hire with OPM with other people's money. Folks, there's just so much you can do. There's so much you can do. Also, you're investing in a business and in yourself. This is the only place you're going to get a return. This is the only place you're going to get a return. Setting up an LLC or corporation for your real estate investment or whatever investment. This is just ideas, all right? Save $1,000 to protect. Call a CPA. They'll be glad to give you information. Say, hey, my company, corporation, I have to tell them, I have a C Corp. I don't care if you don't have one. Just have I have a C Corp. Yeah, okay, great. What are my benefits if I have real estate? Do I get write-offs? What kind of write-offs do I get? Listen to them. If you want a good one, call us. We'll go ahead and do it. We'll give you one. She's great. Also, another thing, you can use the business, trading business. Go check with them. You can go ahead. There's 250 different tax deductions when you trade, when you use the money to trade with. Trading, yes, trading. You heard me, trading. Also, another thing, I'm working with another business on acquisition. Here, a lot of people think you have to use money to do an acquisition. You don't need a lot of money for an acquisition at all. If you know the structure, how to do it, and these guys will be happy to do it. And it's making money already. But a lot of people don't want to go ahead and, that means you might have to work a little bit, which means you got to figure out what's going on. Look at the books. Here's what we have. Run it through an attorney. That's the other thing, and so on and so on. And bam, you got yourself an ongoing running business. But no one wants to pay the fee. Oh, I don't want to pay a fee. Why not? Why not? Now you got a business that's making money that you didn't have before. Here's the other thing. A lot of you get greedy before you even have any money. That's the most craziest thing. And you wonder why you don't have money or make money. Think about what I just said. A lot of you get greedy before you have money, because if someone says, here's this good thing. Well, I don't want to pay that much then. I don't want to pay you. Hey, if you're going to have 100,000, 200,000, or $1 million or $2 million or $5 million business that you're going to get through an acquisition for a real inexpensive price that you never had, and you're saying I don't want to pay it, then you're the dum-dum. Because people will walk in with the money and says, okay, here it is, there's yours, let's go to town. See, this is the difference in the mentality. See, some people you want to be sold. I don't like selling people on anything. I despise it, because that tells me how weak a person is, because they have to go ahead and have someone make their mind up for them. No, I'm ready to go. Our business is a high performance engine, tuned up, ready to run for people that want to run. We're not here to fool you. We're not here to go ahead and do. When we tell you this, between 90 to 180 days, that's what it is. If it's sooner, great. But the bottom line is you will end up with 10 times more your money by the time you get done in the first 12 months or less. If you, like I said, if you invested even $30,000 to really build your business and come out with everything you wanted on it in the first 90 to 120 days, so you can go ahead and get the cash lines and trade lines, what's 10 times that? That's $300,000 you would end up. When you end up with $300,000, that's 10 times your money investment. A lot of you always, when I say this, you have the mentality of the personal credit. Those of you that have run a business before, that have made money in the business and sold the business, I know you understand what I'm saying. And it's not a bad thing against you, but the thing is that you've been so trained by society, like Pavlov's dogs, that you think this is how it works, and it doesn't. And the only reason why I'm being this blatant is because of the fact we are ready to go ahead and probably, if any more than anything else, we're just going to end up going to the high tickets, and that's all we're going to talk about. I'll do some free classes on how to build your business credit. And so when someone builds it, they know that we help them. If they want, they can come over to us. But one of the most beautiful things about it is that we can assist you in getting where you want to go. See, here's what we tell people. You got to plan on the problems. There's always something that goes wrong. Plan on it. Plan on it, plan on it, plan on it, plan on it, plan on it. Safety credit. What is safety credit? What is the line of defense? Line of defense is OPM, the business credit. Other people's business, other people's money, the business credit. Your line of defense is what you take care of your personal credit. You keep building it up. Now, and I don't mean with inquiries either. If you do an inquiry, it should be one every 6 months. One every 6 months, unless if someone can go ahead and take you to what they can do, run a soft pull first and tell you this is what they can offer you, and you like it, think, no, okay, I'm going to take it. Then they run the hard pull. As long as you're going to get five cards or five trade lines, five credit lines for the one hard pull, then it's worth it. Or you can find soft pulls on the personal side to where they don't even report. And on top of that, then on the soft pull, but they give you less money, maybe 5, 10, 15 tops, versus a hard pull, you'll get usually 5 times the amount in business credit of your highest personal credit card. So up to about 150 grand. So one of the things is this. On those kind of things, you learn, and we teach you how to strategize so you don't have to be in that long. What if I told you that you could go ahead and do that hybrid program on 3 different companies at the same time because of the tax ID? And there's a way to to logistically do it correctly. Oh yeah. And we have some real special insurance companies. Insurance companies. But that's a fee that's up. That's a fee that most people bark about, because of the fact is when it goes through, they charge you when it goes through. I'm going to tell you, they charge you because they come through. They charge you a fee, but you know what? You didn't have it anyways. See, this is what people understand. If you don't have it, and someone's going to charge you a fee after they get it for you, because you could say no, they didn't. They just shut down the cards. That's how simple it is. Then you have a hard inquiry on your thing with no cards, and they're going to go ahead and say canceled by the lender, which doesn't look good on your personal credit. See, another thing is they're trusting you to pay them after they deliver. And then if not, then they close the card and they report it, closed by the lender. And I forgot what it says, something like that they didn't pay. It reflects that you didn't pay. So the thing is that that's the agreement you make. Got to grow up and play with the big boys. Another thing, your business name. Your business name, your business name, your business name, your business name should always be neutral. Set up a line of defense, never bring the pain home. Here's what I want to say to you folks. One thing I did promise you, I'm going to promise you to build your business credit, is to go ahead and I'm going to give you where to go. Names. Anyways, never bring the pain home. The future and freedom is yours. Here's the thing, business credit and cash to succeed. One of the beautiful things for yourself you want to begin to remember is this. It's up to you, not us. When you call us, we're ready to go. We're on the starting line. The engines are revved up. We have the helmets, all the gear to get in and go. Like I said, millions to billions. You've got to see it. You've got to believe it. You got to go get it. It's not us. We already can get it. You just got to be willing to go get it. That's all you got to do. And then there's some other areas that once you do this, we can show, put it this way, we can show you how to make money by seeing it, believe it, and go get it. Another thing is this, here's the only class we're going to have for people that ever want to get in as a beginner. Right here. Right here. That's it. Right here. Set up a division to a corporation right here. Right here, right here. This is the most powerful class you can get in if you're serious about building your business. We will guide you all the way, and we'll have live classes for the 2 hours a week, and then this overview we have here. But then also we have a special class sometimes. We throw up a special one. Hey, we'll have a special class, let's say, tomorrow, and we let you know ahead of time. But here's the thing. We even show you how to set up your divisions. I don't show that to anyone until they join up another program. Now, this is one thing we'll always do. We'll show you how to set it up, and we'll show you what happens with that. Another thing is that tax ID number at corporation setup. We'll show you how to get your tax ID number. Also, another thing, business debt is great. It offsets taxes. Cash flow frees up your time. Plus, remember this. Debt follows tax ID. Borrowed money is not taxable. When you get to $1 million, borrowed money is not taxable. Please remember that. Also, you're going to learn how to become the bank. You're going to learn how to become the bank, because the thing is, when you begin to learn how to lend money, you'll have the gold bricks in the bank. You want to learn how to lend on real estate now, because let me tell you, the foreclosure thing is becoming crazier and crazier. This year, I'm waiting for the numbers to come back, how many foreclosures are coming, and there's a bunch now. I've talked to several attorneys, and because one actually called and asked, could I go ahead and help their client out on business credit because they're going to file bankruptcy. I said, well, they have to file first and get into court, because if they lie, they'll get in trouble. So here's one thing about this. Borrow money is not taxable. Don't spend money, loan money. Borrow money is not taxable. Don't spend money, loan money. Remember, you want to be the head, not the tail. Remember this also, what you're up to and what you're going to do is a whole other thing. What I want to make you aware of is this. Borrow money will make you more money if you do it correctly. Not on the personal side. You try to borrow on the personal side, it will kill you. It will ruin you. It will give you havoc. So here's what you want to do. Here you go, sir. Sign right here, and we got you. That's the simplistic side. There's some paperwork you really got to do, but other than that, All right. You only have one social security number, only one chance to mess it up. That's it. And, and you try to use the CPN, you are goofy. If you try to use the CPN, you are goofy. Go look up in your state, arrest for using CPN. Go under your state and look that up. Google it. Man, I'm telling you, are like dumb diddy dumb dumb dumb. And if you're using it, you say I'm getting away with it. All right, cool. But I'm telling you, the CPN is dumb. If you're getting away with it, bless your soul. But they're coming down hard and fast on that because they're getting tired of having the banks get ripped off. Also, another thing, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Also, now remember this is cash flow issues are the reason for 82% of small businesses closing. 29% simply run out of cash, and just 19% get pushed out by competitors. You can go look it up. Go look it up. This is based on last year. Oh, excuse me, 2019. Now, what I want to let you know is this. This is what you want. This is what you're fighting. A lot of you argue against this. Oh, no, I'm making money. No, I'm not following it. A lot of you argue against this that eventually you're going to end up eating it. Ask Walmart. Read Sam's book. Read Amazon. Bezos. Read his book. Or read about how he started. They've got smart and understood the game of OPM. They got good people around them that understood it. And then they began to pay them for what they knew. Hello, folks. A lot of you sit on the bleachers and don't even want to play. You give yourself the illusion that you're playing, but you're not even on the court. How do you expect to go ahead and win? How do you expect to lose? How do you expect to win? How do you expect to keep score if you're on the bleachers? So remember this, does your business have the resources to survive? Does your business have the resources to survive? That's one thing I really ask you. Does your business have the resources to survive? What I want to also ask you and let you know is this. Does your business have the resources to survive? Does it really? Well, let me ask you. If it does, then guess what? You want to begin to know what it is and see what it is and know for a fact that guess what? You are the ones that make a difference. All right, break out your pen and paper because here's where to go. This is the non-reporting trade accounts. Break out your pen and paper quick because I'm going to just go through these real quick and you got to Google them yourself. All right, here we go. Number one, it's called Buy Auto Parts. BUI Auto Parts. Buy Auto Parts. The next one is BCW. BCW. That's a net 15, net 30, net 45. Buy Auto Parts is 30, a net 30. All right. Also, another thing is MF Supply. MFS Supply. Go to them. 15 and 30-day net. All right. Now you want to go to Keller Card. KLERCARD. Keller Card. All right. You want to go to Pay Simple. Pay Simple. Pay Simple. Both of those cards I just gave you are 30-day net terms. All right. Now, here's another one. It's going to sound crazy. Room and board. It's room and the symbol sign over the number 7. Room and board. Now, what Chase do you think I'm talking about? Chase. Revolving. All right, here we go. Now you want to go to Ultra, Federal, Credit, Union. That's revolving. Now this is, you got to have scores on your business, or you might have to P&G. If you're PG, I call me first if I were you to tell you why. All right, you've all heard of this one. O'Reilly Auto Parts, 30-day. O'Reilly Auto Parts, 30 days. Here's another one. Hatch, H-A-T-C-H, Hatch. It says 730 or revolving. I have over 482 of these. I just gave you a few. Let me give a few more. Oh, Best Buy. Best Buy does not report. It's a net 30. Those who think you're good enough for a bank for your business, you got to have at least 14 accounts reporting. You must have at least 2 cards that are over $10,000 from another institution. It doesn't have to be from a lending institution, but it has to be at least a cash Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. But it must be over $10,000. You can get away with it. Now, see, if you understood the cards, who backs the cards, you would know I've already dropped a big diamond on you guys, and you have no idea what I just said either. I told you that they must have at least $10,000 showing, and it must be an institution. I didn't say it had to be a bank, but can it be backed up by a bank? Of course. All right, here we go. Who backs Staples? What bank backs Staples? So now you have a relationship. So if your Staple card has $15,000 on it, you have a relationship with that bank. Hello. All right. So now you have a bank relationship, so you can go to Wells Fargo and see if you qualify. But you must have 14 payment experiences, a Dun & Brad with 80 plus. And you must have at least 2 or 3 years of depth of credit history, which means you can be in business incorporated for 2 years and already have 4 or 5 years of credit history from someplace else, another business you had or whatever you did. Now, Best Buy, I tell you about. Oh, let's see what else I want to go ahead and tell you about. Best Buy. All right. You can go to Apple. Now, PayPal business account. It's a 730 or revolving. UPS, Hertz Rent-A-Car, TD Bank, where else we want to send you? Budget. You can go Economy Office Supply. Not that you don't have enough already. Interstate Batteries. I'm going to give it one more and then that's it. Halo Brand Solutions. Halo Brand Solutions. All right. If you want to know how to get those reported when you sign up with them if you can. Go on and see, they'll let you qualify. Some will, some won't. If you don't have a score, so I gave it, it's all mixture in there. I'm not going to tell you which one. That'd be too easy. I'll make you work a little bit. These are non-reporting trade accounts. What I just gave you for your business credit, they don't report to build your business credit. Remember that. But they will approve your business for a credit account based on your already established business credit. Okay? Just remember that. Now, with that said, if you really want to know how to get those reporting, call us. And if you decide to join us, we'll give you the answer. It's that simple. Not really. If you call us, I'll tell you where you can go, and I can tell you how to get them to report. All right. Okay, folks, you have a great evening most of all, and thank you for tonight. It's been a blast. It's been fun. But most of all, remember, it's you and your dream that you make it all happen. Only you can go ahead and make it happen. You have a blessed evening. Have a blessed week. We'll see you again on Sunday. Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, folks. We'll see you later. Have a blessed day. Be prosperous, and remember, don't get stuck in the mentality of saying, don't collapse personal with business. Get in the business credit. Get yourself going. All right, folks. We'll see.